So Kendrick just sent a terrifying message to the entire industry. How's it going, Yatu Savis community and YouTube? It's your boy JTomReactions, and I'm here with another edition of JTomReactions, y'all. Fantastic hip hop. Let me know. Let me know what Kendrick Lamar, what the message is, what that warning is to everybody. Not just to Drake, but to the whole entire industry. But before we get to that, fantastic hip hop, before we get to you, sir, for everybody in the back, just go ahead and subscribe. Do your thing. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know what you guys think of Fantastic Hip Hop's video. And let me know your thoughts on it. Now, I really do appreciate all of the people that are subscribing and that have been subscribing. I really do appreciate you guys. So, round of applause for you guys. Round of applause for you guys. Because personally, I cannot do this without you guys. And I just want to go ahead and give y'all a thanks. And, because support is free and you guys give me all the support and continue, just being amazing. You guys just continue being amazing. And, again, thank you for all the support. It really means a lot. Now, fantastic hip hop. Let me know what you have to say, my dog. Let's go. Fantastic hip hop, Yatu Savis, you already know. Let's go.
Now, when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, well, Drake fans, get the tissues ready, because if you are ready to see how this group of people has never looked more wrong, well,
wait, whoa.
To see how this group of people.
Hey, Double XL, Complex, Hot New Hip Hop, why aren't y'all reporting on this? Kendrick is struggling to sell tickets for his shows in Brazil and Argentina, despite discounting them every 2 days. Y'all were so quick to post lies about lies? I don't know if they were lies. They weren't lies. About Drake canceling his shows due to low ticket sales. That's not what they said. They just said that they didn't know exactly why Drake was canceling his shows. But okay, let's go.
People has never looked more wrong. Well, it's all because Kendrick just did another one of the
Look at that. Look at that.
biggest solo rap performances ever, and it looked like this.
Shit.
And with
And I bet you anything that's family ties. I bet you anything that's and this is Brazil.
The biggest solo
Brazil.
rap performances ever, and it looked.
Brazil, stand up. Brazil, stand up. Stand up. The only thing I've been receiving ever since I made that video about Colombia, and people were saying, "Oh yeah, Kendrick canceled his shows due to low ticket sales." You guys were actually the ones saying about the low ticket sales, but I digress. This is why they can't do the show over there. Number one, all the jumping. Look at that shit. People are literally getting squished.
Just did another one of the biggest solo rap.
This is not a rock concert. This is Kendrick Lamar's.
Well, it's all
concert.
Because Kendrick just did another one of the biggest solo rap performances ever, and it looked like this. And within it, he just sent another massive warning to the industry, and he was mad this time. Well, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And now, really, as with every like we get, the more that the Drake stands and any doubter out there will see that this is what the king of rap shows look like. Well, I got news.
Are you seeing this? You see this, right? You see this, right?
will see that this is what
Look at everybody's hands. They're enjoying themselves. They're jumping up and down in amazement. They're jumping up and down because they enjoy the music.
the king of rap shows look like? And well, I got news for you. Nobody else is doing anything remotely close to this. Really make sure to leave those likes because we'll...
And then not only that, look at Kendrick Lamar and his performance. Look at Kendrick Lamar and his performance.
Is doing anything remotely close to
song.
This, really make sure to leave those likes because, well, just like Kendrick Lamar showed at this performance, when it comes to...
He's not just yelling. He's not just acting like a dumbass on stage like other artists out there. He's not just going around and trying to appease to the crowd. Kendrick is just doing him. Why try to appease to the crowd? All you have to do is perform. That's what they're there for. That's what they're there for.
The shift in hip-hop and the times we are in where things are definitely changing and some artists are rising and benefiting from it while others, and I guess most you would say, are going under. If you look around the room and see what's happening, I think everybody should take notes about what's going down. Whether you were trying to handle any sort of issues or obstacles that you may have in your own careers, or, and if this is the case, you definitely should, if you are a crash-out rapper who is embarrassing themselves on a nightly basis or pretty much any time you open your mouth or are seen in public. And now what I am referring to...
Now, I have never been a Young Thug fan. I have never enjoyed any of his music. Just one song. But it was a song, it wasn't even his song. I think it was Rich Homie Quan's song. And I couldn't understand anything he said in that song. So, seeing the shenanigans that he has to do to be able to sell things and be able to get, you know, they say controversy sells, right? He's trying to be controversial with this album cover. He's not like, this album flopped. And this is from what I saw. This is from what I've heard. I haven't even heard the album. I'm not going to give it any time. I'm not going to give it the time of day. Only song that I heard was Ninja. And I did not like what I heard. But having to be controversial in order to sell something, like what do we, okay, if you notice, people's controversy spike. Like, you can already be controversial, right? Like, for example, Kanye West. He was controversial. Started posting all those things that he posted on X, and then Bully dropped. Number 2. Apparently Nicki Minaj is about to drop a project. What is she doing? Being controversial on X. Going back and forth with Cardi B. She's about to drop something. She's about to drop a project. Controversy sells. Now, if you're Kendrick Lamar, yeah, they went through a battle and then he dropped GNX and all that. Yes, he did do that. But the continuous, it's been 2 years already. Almost 2 years. We're at a year and a half right now. And this is still going. GNX is still going. It was a great project. He continued the controversy with a great project. To be honest with you, he didn't even need the controversy to sell GNX. I mean, he capitalized off of it. But in these circumstances, like Young Thug, it didn't work for him. So if you're going to be controversial, you better make sure you have a good project afterwards. I know that wasn't the topic. I saw this picture and that made me want to talk about that. I've been thinking about that, and I've been thinking about it ever since I heard Ninja. I might have puked a couple times hearing that song, from how disgusting of a word that word is.
Time you open your mouth or are seen in public. And now what I am referring to, well, in terms of what everybody should be studying, is that for Kendrick Lamar with this Brazil show, it seems like with the last show being canceled, which again, if we break that down, it was a pure and serious logistical issue as the stadium could not safely run the show. And this also happened to Shakira too, and she had to cancel there. And if you want to know why the ball was dropped and still was booked, because everybody keeps trying to have some sort of a gotcha moment about that. Well, first off, it's because of the scarcity in terms of the venues that you can actually play at these shows for in these markets. And then second off, it's also because the venue was trying to promise things that they just couldn't uphold. And well, from this, Kendrick and his team did not just come out to a show, or as an artist and a generational storyteller and MC. He must have been annoyed that the show was canceled, but not for the superficial reasons whatsoever, like getting his pockets up or anything like that. Because if Kendrick was a sellout, we would have seen something in his decade-long run. And for him to keep his integrity in check every single time we have seen him do anything in his career, I'm not going to sit here and entertain that or let anybody run with any of those narratives. But what I am saying is that Kendrick must have been frustrated that he could not connect with the thousands and thousands of people who were coming out to see him live. And I guess between that and just the general tension that once again seems to be rising in the rap game all over the place, which spans from the Drake stands pinning false narratives, and even the Cupcake final boss himself still spiting Kendrick with his weird pop-out show copy, which is going to be OVO Fest this year, and even with Young Thug, who has been a rival and a loser who has bothered Kendrick, and he is outside as well. Well, overall, with this new show, do I think that Kendrick was actually mad at these losers who he has gotten every single W possible over? Well, not like that, but between the way a lot of people have been lying on him.
To be honest with you, in my personal opinion, I don't think that Kendrick even cares. He's going to let the next show speak for him. For example, Brazil, like you're saying, it was to the brim. To the brim. Another sold out show. Shout out to Kendrick. He doesn't need to speak. He lets his music and things that he does speak for him. He lets actions speak for him. He doesn't need to go onto social media and to speak. He does it through his music, and he does it through his actions. And this is one of those actions. Just by performing, going, and letting his fans swarm Brazil and just do what they did.
His name and the way some are getting too comfortable in rap right now despite their careers falling apart and being in no place to comment on another man, and at that somebody who has ran the entire genre and industry. Well, just seeing all of that and responding to everything, whatever Kendrick was feeling and seeing in this time, all came together like he was snapping the Infinity Gauntlet or something, as he used every single thing going on to put together a performance where he had more energy than usual. And I mean, if you hear the guy rap certain songs, he sounded mad. And it really does just seem like Kendrick was trying to prove something greater than we could understand. And what I have to say, when you just see what surrounded this show and see how Kendrick came out and responded, and again, for Kendrick and how he handles beefs and conflicts, he's never going to do something that's embarrassing or even give half of these people the light of day anymore. But, and this is what I appreciate so much about the competitor he is, he will sneak diss you while really nobody could really tell, or you can even make more of it if you're just not in the know. And this is with such little things, like when he is on stage and he is rapping through the same lines that he always does, but when he says, I can dig rapping, but a rapper with a ghostwriter, and then he lets everybody in and everybody has fun and of course says, what the F happened? And we all know who is being talked about there, and that's the type of guy that Kendrick is, and that's the way he is sending these messages. And to me,
every time I see that AI video, just makes me want to throw my laptop, makes me want to throw my phone out of the window, makes me want to just break all my electronics so I don't have to go through the internet and see that shit again. And what I'm talking about is this.
And that's the type of guy that Kendrick is, and that's the way he is sending these messages. And to me, when I just see Kendrick pop out and do this, all I can think about is how this guy is the Kobe Bryant of rap. And I said this in the last video where we covered the first show on this leg of the tour, because we see the work ethic and we see how without crashing out and losing his focus or who he is and turning into a clown, like so many other rappers do way too much these days, well, Kendrick is still able to just pull all of his feelings and thoughts into his work and only ever use that as a motivator and energizer to just do greater and greater things. And again, I know it's a hard concept for people who got into rap and support rappers who don't really rap and they like things that...
Let your music speak for itself. That is Kendrick Lamar. Again, I said it earlier, Kendrick lets his music speak for itself. He lets his work and his work ethic speak for itself. He doesn't need to do all of those tactics that we see other artists do. He's not outside like that. He's not on the internet like that. And if he is, he controls himself. He doesn't go on those rants. For what?
That were never intended to be used to represent and expand on the culture in the first place. But for Kendrick Lamar fans and why he has reached this level that we have really never seen from anybody else, at least not in the last decade or so, well, it's all because, honestly, when you see how locked in Kendrick stays, which if you see anything from the performance, you will never see that greater than what he just did on that stage. Break it down, from the energy to everything he gives to the crowd, and of course, with how competitive he is, which is embedded throughout his entire catalog, and especially the songs that he is playing to the stadiums up on that Grand National stage. Well, overall, with all of this, Kendrick Lamar truly is many things, and one of them, and I think one of his most underrated traits is... well, and this is something that I've been thinking about recently as we have really just been seeing a lot of the music industry crumble. It's that Kendrick is one of the most professional rappers of all time and really one of the most professional people in the entire entertainment world today. And I say that because to stay this hungry, this competitive, and also be this successful, but still be this disciplined in terms of not having one crash out or moment where people really can just clown you, which again, even with the greatest rappers like a Jay-Z or a Nas, there is a lot where people could look at them and kind of throw it in their face. Well, just from having that reputation and being in year 15 or more in the limelight and still being this on top of your craft, from the shows to the flow of the performances to what you are doing and everything else that is going into the biggest tour in the industry right now. I mean, as a longtime fan and a hip-hop purist, I'm amazed at what's going on.
That shit is full to the freaking brim. Look at this. Look at that. Seriously. Drake fans are punching the air right now. Drake fans are punching the air right now. Their concerts are not like this. How can we get Drake's concerts like this? Is what they're asking themselves. How can we be jumping like this? I see Kendrick's concerts. Makes me want to go. Makes me want to go jump around. Makes me want to go be a part of that amazing concert. And for those that have gone, I applaud you. I really do. I wasn't able to go, but shit. I live what's that word? Vicariously through you guys. Through the videos that you guys post. And it's just amazing to see this, especially, you know, me being a hip hop fan, seeing that hip hop is alive and kicking, and seeing that this is possible at a hip hop concert. It's just amazing to see.
On these solo stadium shows more than ever, and really when you see that Kendrick is just pulling together these crowds of about 50,000 people to all move for every record that he plays up there, and this is what we saw especially when Family Ties went down, which just look at this, wow. It really does seem like at a point when you see the way the crowd is moving here, it's almost like with every new place he goes to, these shows only get better and the people only get more into them. And again, no matter what you want to say, when you see something like this, it's impossible to deny. We are witnessing a performer like no other in the hip-hop space, and everyone should just be taking notes and trying to do anything that looks something even faintly close to this, because if we break it down, and again, this comes back to my point of why Kendrick is running circles around everybody and why there are so many fall-offs. I mean, if you're a rapper and you are seeing Kendrick go out night in and night out and do these solo performances in markets that most arena acts can't even go to, and this is what he is doing there, well, I mean, you should be in awe and try to do whatever you can push yourself as much as possible to reach this point, or at least to max out your own potential as an artist, because with Kendrick Lamar's success, again, while the Drake stands can pull up numbers that don't matter and play whatever gymnastics they want to try and feel all right about the fact that they have dedicated their fandom and support to the Cupcake Karen.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Fantastic hip hop. You're a petty, bro. Oh, man. Let's go.
And they can't enjoy good rap music anymore because of it. Well, really, what we are seeing from Kendrick is what I was having a conversation about when it came to Bad Bunny getting the Super Bowl halftime show and people not understanding it, which, again, for both of these artists, what I really commend and love about them is that their success is just a product of the work that they put in. And while everybody can complain that their favorite is not at the top and that the industry is rigged or that they don't like them or whatever other thing they want to push to try and cope with the fact that, well, if you like somebody like Drake or a lot of these other artists who never drop, they are just failures or mascots for something else. Well, ultimately, when you don't want to become an influencer and you are the face of high-level artistry within your niche or genre and you are putting out top-tier albums that are not just consistently loved and great, but they also command the attention of the public enough to really put up genuine success and staying power, again, in an era where most things come and go. Well, when you're doing things like that, and again, when you are seen outside or when you're up in the news, it's all about how you are making music and performing shows and showing everybody that you are working. And
all of those people are going to remember that concert. How much fun they had, how much every single person will remember that concert. Till this day, I remember the Slaughterhouse concert It was Tech Nine, Slaughterhouse. I forgot who else opened for them. Bun B was in. He was in the back. He was chilling with. Trying to remember who else was there. But Slaughterhouse came out. Man, that shit was jumping. I just remember being there and I'm like, yo, I'm going to remember this shit. And that was a small place. Just imagine being in one of these with a legend. And yes, I'm saying he's a legend. I am saying that he's a legend. And I know that a lot of you guys are going to be like, yo, he's not a legend. Kendrick Lamar is not a legend. Look at what he's doing. Look at what he's done. He impacted the game in 2025 to where every time Drake drops or every time another artist drops, their music isn't getting the same amount of love that it was before. Just think about that. Just think about that. One artist did that, changed the game back and hit the reset button. Bringing lyrical hip hop back, bringing actual meaning back to hip hop, storytelling back to hip hop.
Trying to boost up your profile as an artist and as an entertainer and creative. And well, with that, you're not sitting on social media ranting, saying weird things, or just doing the bare minimum in general.
Right.
Well, again, if every artist really cared as much as a Kendrick or a Bad Bunny did, the industry would look a lot different right now. And let's just look at somebody like Drake or Young Thug, for example. When all you do is sit and cry and complain, and you're popping up so much for these antics that literally have nothing to do with anything near a semblance of music, well, we are at a point with a lot of these guys where you can get all of the attention possible for being an absolute clown, but when you drop your album, your numbers are doing a fraction of that. And again, I say all of that to go back to this Kendrick show and say this is why his shows look like this and why people really can't do anything to take him down. And well, that's also why Drake shows look like this. And that's why most rappers can't even get on a tour right now that will sell out half a venue, because just as Pusha T said on the Clips track POV, you stream kings, but you could never fit a crowd in there. And now with this, I just have to be the guy and say it and put it out there. That, well, for Kendrick Lamar and everything he has going on at this point in his career, stop trying to act like he is not going to sell out all these shows, or at the very least, be the supermax artist in terms of what rappers can pull in actual hard tickets.
Here's another thing. I've been sitting here and I've been thinking about it, right? And I'm not even moving the goalpost. And a lot of people will sit here and try to tell me that I am. Why does it matter if he doesn't sell if he doesn't sell out? He's still doing a stadium tour. He's still doing stadiums. He has already sold out most of his stadium stops. So why does it matter if he doesn't sell out? If Drake goes and does a stadium tour, he doesn't sell it out. He doesn't. So y'all tell me, why does it matter so much to you guys if Kendrick, doesn't sell out? He still has crowds of people jumping to Family Ties, jumping to Not Like Us, jumping to Squabble Up, jumping to TV Off, jumping the whole entire time, singing word for word every single song. Why does it matter? He's still got people to show up. It doesn't matter if he doesn't sell out.
Sales in the entire music industry, because nobody is doing anything remotely close to this. And again, just to get back into reality with how consistently Kendrick has pulled up to every market and just made history, you got to give him the credit he deserves and just understand that this has all been thought through, and he will continue to do this in every stadium he goes to. And once again, what has me interested and intrigued within this show more than anything else? Well, now at the end of the show, when Kendrick was playing the underrated and beautiful love letter to hip-hop and outro track to GNX Gloria, Kendrick left the stage and said, and I quote, "The first, but it won't be the last. Brazil, I love you." And with this, well, just like we saw in the last show, Kendrick is letting everybody know, even in these markets out here, which usually don't get the same level of tours that other places generally do get, that Kendrick is promising that he is coming back. And again, what I will say and what I 100% will stand by is just get ready for when Kendrick does come back, and he does do a full solo stadium tour by himself for the entire duration of it, probably in 2027 if I had to guess, because really it's just so obvious that that's where we are all headed at this point. And Kendrick has fully shown that even for rappers, this is a viable thing that they can do and really pull off, which again has never been done in the history of hip-hop. And honestly, with that point, what I do think makes this current leg of the Grand National Tour maybe the most special, or maybe the most important one, you could say, is the fact that as much as Kendrick is just continuing his run here and doing more shows to celebrate everything that he has achieved in this era and to deliver one of the greatest live performances that we have seen in the history of hip-hop all over the world, well, in addition to that, it is also a test to 100% confirm with no doubts that Kendrick can perform and hold a crowd solo in his stadium, and will be the only rapper to ever do that for an entire tour run. And with this, well, it's just confirming the fact that whatever that next Kendrick era ends up being and whatever comes of the tour we will see, he is just going to knock it out of here and do something that will show that he is one of the greatest musicians and performers that we have seen in so long, and definitely in hip-hop history. And so with that, listen, as Kendrick is making all these lying lame Drake stands never look more wrong as his shows look like this, and you just can't distract yourself from that no matter what you want to do and no matter what the industry tries to hide or cover up. Well, again, you can try to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. Well, now everyone in rap should just understand that Kendrick is embarrassing everybody else in the genre by how much winning he is doing, and it is not even close. And really, when you see this and think about where Kendrick is at and what he has done ever since Really Like That came out, what I'm going to ask, and I'm genuinely wondering, and this is something to think about and really let me know in the comments, is just in any field or medium, in not even music, but maybe anything you can think of, has there just ever been a competitor and single name in that space that has created a further gap between the number one spot that he holds and everyone else than Kendrick Lamar? Because genuinely, I don't know if there is. And so now with all of that said, let me know. What do you think about Kendrick Lamar's latest show? How do you think this tour is going? And what do you think about how Kendrick is showing that everybody on that other side of hip-hop has just never been a bigger loser? Now, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about all of this, and if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and channel memberships are live, and if you want to support the channel and really help me make these videos and tell these stories, that's a great way to do it. And now, if you want to see how right before this, well, there's a lot of interesting things going on in rap and music, as Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are kind of on the verge of potentially making the next Drake versus Kendrick-sized beef, or at least the closest thing we could get to it if they actually get in the booth. And well, also in addition to that, Bad Bunny got the Super Bowl halftime show, and while a lot of people are complaining, this is a pretty great thing, and Kendrick Lamar would definitely be happy about this. Well, if you want to see either of those, check out the suggested videos.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop, for real. For real. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. Shout out to you guys if you guys made it all the way here. Now, what do I think of this? I think and believe that Kendrick Lamar is making a statement by, proving the naysayers wrong. All he has to do is just go to the venue that he's going to and just perform, and the people will surely show up. I believe that the show is breaking history. I believe that Kendrick Lamar is a legend, even though some people don't believe it. I believe that I just think that people should just, instead of going and doing the antics that they do, they should go and actually let the music speak for itself. Let your music talk for you. But yeah, I digress. It's been your boy JTomReactions. I'm out this bitch. Ya tu sabes. It's been a long 35 minutes and 21 seconds. Y'all. Shout out to you guys if you guys made it this far. Don't forget to hit the Discord. The Patreon and the social medias are right there if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow. The Cash App is right there on the right-hand side of the video if you guys want to go ahead and show some support. And go ahead and subscribe and like, and also let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Also share to your family members and have them do the same exact thing. This has been your boy JTomReactions. I'm out this bitch. Ya tu sabes. You guys already know. Let's fucking go.